This was an announcement this week, something we've covered in From Russia with Love. The Knights Templar. And it said the medieval Christian military order, that's a misnomer in and of itself again. Christian but military. So the two really supposed to go together. Anyway, they were accused of heresy and sexual misconduct. That's a laugh coming from the church. Which will soon be partly rehabilitated when the Vatican publishes trial documents it has closely guarded for 700 years. The seal of the Vatican's secret archives is shown on a replica document in which Pope Clement V absolved the Knights of Templar of charges of heresy in Rome on October the 9th, 2007. And a reproduction of the Latin language minutes of trials against the Knights Templar in 1308, lost until its rediscovery in 2001, is now being published by the Vatican Secret Archives at the end of October. And the documents, a book, and parchments will be sold for €5,900. And it's 799 numbered copies are designed for top libraries and medieval scholars, it is said. Now, the Templars, whose full name, real name, was the Poor Fellow Soldiers of Christ and the Temple of Solomon, were founded in 1119, which is another lie, because the Templars were in the UK in 1000 and killed Mary Magdalene and also the real Jesus, Radomir. They were also in Nova Scotia, Canada in 10-something as well, as found by stones that are scribed with the dates. And by knights sworn to protecting so-called Christian pilgrims visiting the Holy Land after the Crusaders, which was also the Templars, I might add, captured Jerusalem in 1099. And they amassed enormous wealth and helped finance wars of some of the European monarchs, which is correct. And legends of their hidden treasures, secret rituals and power have figured over the years in films and bestsellers such as the Da Vinci Code. And they were also portrayed as guardians, not quite, of the legendary Holy Grail, the cup allegedly used by Christ at the Last Supper before his crucifixion, none of which was correct. So this again confirms much of what was in our From Russia with Love series, the Templars. And if you had any doubts of how good they were, the full name, Poor Fellow Soldiers of Christ. Why would Christ have soldiers? And the Temple of Solomon. Oh dear. I rest my case. In light of the rumour, which is not yet confirmed, that up to 20 to 30 million people have been executed in China recently. And no, not because of the virus either. Like I said, it's still a rumour. But this news story that came up today may be a pointer. It may be linked, it may not be. Anyway, China is now proposing to introduce a new security law in Hong Kong that could ban sedition, secession, and subversion. And the move is likely to provoke strong opposition internationally and also in Hong Kong, which was last year rocked by months of pro-democracy protests. Now, China's delayed National People's Congress, which is its legislature, will debate the issue when it opens on Friday, and Chinese media said the move defended, quote, national security, no such thing, but opponents said it could be the end of Hong Kong. And demonstrators in Hong Kong have repeatedly protested against what they see as a gradual erosion of the territory's autonomy by the communist-led government in Beijing. You remember, up until about 10, 20 years ago, Hong Kong was a British colony, a bit like America. And no, it did not end in 1776. Sorry to piss on your history chips, but that's correct.